All right, in this video, we're going to talk about why your brand's Black Friday flopped and how to make sure that doesn't happen again. So as you can see, I moved back into my office for these videos because it's just a better place to lock in. And so you'll be seeing me here now for the most part, unless I have to record a video like super late at night or something like that. But so let's get down to the reason why you didn't get the Black Friday that you wanted. Because I know a lot of brands out there get super excited about Black Friday and they think that Black Friday is going to be easy. But it's actually not. And I'm going to show you how most brands fail at it and how brands that don't fail at it and actually succeed in growing their business and making those giant leaps that Black Friday is supposed to be, how they achieve that. And it's actually not difficult to understand, but you have to really, really lock in on purpose of Black Friday and the purpose of your promotions and what your brand is doing throughout the entire year. And I'm going to get into that right now. But before I do, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe for more, because I basically just give you everything that I know about building a brand to millions of dollars per year, getting our Shopify silver bag, and as well as landing on the Inc. 5000 list for 2025. No other brand scaler is going to have the understanding that someone like myself or another actual founder of a very successful brand is going to have. And so, just tune in every week and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video, because I'm just going to give you everything that a brand scaler is going to give you, but on here. So the first thing I want to talk about is what a nOrMiE Black Friday is versus a Black Friday that prints. And so we've got nOrMiEs versus people who actually run an actual business. And what nOrMiEs do is they plan Black Friday in like September, October, November. Like a lot of people, I literally saw videos coming out from brand scalers on how to have a successful Black Friday, and it came out 2 weeks before Black Friday. It's like, you should not be planning Black Friday, the biggest, most profitable time of the year, the biggest buying surge in the entire year. You should not be reserving that to a plan that's only 2 weeks old. That's so stupid. And then if you look at a lot of the advice that nOrMiEs are taking, it's literally just the same stupid stuff that like every other person on the internet is teaching, which is like, just join my SMS list. That's all the marketing is. It's just join the SMS list, join the SMS list. With no like actual specific interest around a certain event. It's just like join my SMS list all year. That's literally all they're doing. And then I realize I should probably zoom in so you can see the text better. But the next thing that they'll do is they'll have zero collaborations with like anybody else. Zero collaboration. It's literally just like your brand in a silo. Maybe you're doing a product drop and then that's it in your sale. No one else is involved. No creators, no collaborators, no other brands. Believe it or not, you could do things with other brands if you really wanted to. No collaboration whatsoever. And they haven't even built the infrastructure to be able to call on other people, trusted people in a niche to actually, talk about your brand, even make ads for your brand, whatever. They're not doing any of that. They also try and rush to build their list just a couple of weeks before Black Friday. So their entire year is wasted on just thinking very short-minded on like drop a new product. And they're not thinking about building their list and ramping their list up for Black Friday. The only time they really focus on list building the way that you're supposed to is a couple weeks before Black Friday, and it doesn't make any sense to me. And then when Black Friday actually happens, they literally just do a one and done post, like Black Friday sale live, and then maybe some ads. And that's literally about it. And of course, there's no narrative. nOrMiEs do not think outside of the box. They hear a brand scaler who really is just a one-trick pony on Facebook ads, and they just parrot the exact same thing that they're doing. Most of the people that are giving advice out there, they don't know what it actually takes to like succeed through many years and use the cycles of buying behavior to take huge leaps in scale. And so they don't have any good advice for you. It's just join my SMS list, bro, and plan your Black Friday 2 weeks before Black Friday even happens. But people who actually know how to run a business What they're doing is they're actually planning Black Friday in August. In August at the latest. Like their summer is not spent like doing much else but building relationships for like ambassadors and things like that, and planning their Black Friday, planning their holiday season, and how they're going to roll it out. What are the things they're going to do? What are the big things that other brands just won't do? What are we going to do that other brands don't do? That's what they're trying to figure out in August. They're also building specific interest in an event. So when you have people joining your SMS list, you want them to anticipate that there's going to be events that are happening, not just like product drops. That's great. You use your list to drop your products to. But when you get people on your SMS list with the anticipation of a cool event like giveaways, pop-ups, things like that build community, you're getting a much more quality list, and you can actually lower the friction for people to join your list. If you're giving someone a discount, the only way they can redeem the perk of signing up to your list is to buy the product that they aren't already invested in. So why are you just offering a % off? You want to be giving them actual reasons to join your SMS list, and usually having some sort of event, even if it's just a giveaway event or something like that. Sometimes giveaways can produce cheap leads, but you see what I'm saying. You want to build a list in anticipation for an event. Then they also call on their network of ambassadors to build the ecosystem around their Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and really their brand in general, but specifically around Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And this type of brand owner, the person who is actually running a business, knows how to run a business, has been building their list intentionally for Black Friday for the entire year. They've been thinking about, if I get X amount of leads on my list by Black Friday, Cyber Monday, this is about how much I can expect to make. And so their goal is always like, how many people can I have on my list? Not like how much money can they make per drop. You should worry about the money you make per drop, but like when you are thinking about your business as, how can I acquire people on my list to make a bunch of money on Black Friday or make just more money throughout the year from drops, your mindset really shifts into like a business owner versus just someone who has a side hustle. And then from there, they post multiple times, obviously, with a narrative, something that coexists with their ambassadors, and they build like an actual theme and event and narrative around their Black Friday. It's not just a fucking sale. It's like actually something that people care about, right? And then they understand their yearly cycle, which I'm about to actually get into right now. The yearly cycle is very important because that's how you are able to think about Black Friday the way it needs to be thought about in order to build your list the way that you need to build it and do all of the things that I just talked about in this list. And before I do that, if you want help from me to build out exactly what's necessary for things like this, Black Friday is already done, so I can't save your Black Friday, but next year's Black Friday, we can definitely do some damage. If you want to work with me one-on-one to do that, to build out the things that I'm talking about in this video, you can click the link that's in the description and find a way to work with me there. Now, from here, we're going to talk about the yearly cycle. Your entire year is meant to set up Black Friday. You are in the business of consumer goods. Most money that's made for consumer goods is made in November and December. So your entire year has to be built to capitalize on November and December. It's not meant to, you're not going to have the opportunity to scale as much as you do in November and December. So if you're trying to go from 10K per month to 100K per month as your baseline of sales, your best bet of doing that is in November and December. If you want to go from nothing to 10K per month in sales or something, right? If whatever your goal is to jump to, you can make that full jump, the entire jump in November and December if you plan your entire year to set up Black Friday. And that's basically what this whole video is about, is just to change your mindset from like Black Friday being a place where you just run up a bag to actually making your brand a big brand, actually making your brand something that beats its competitors. It's not even in the same lane as your current competitors. That's what we're talking about with Black Friday. I see it all the time. That's what's happened with our brand. We used to have people on our coattails that were taking ground from us. And then since we've nailed all the last couple of Black Fridays, it's just been like huge leaps away from competitors. And so in Q1, this is January, February, March, you want to be assessing the gains that you made from last Black Friday. And you want to take that, you want to put that into a war chest, right? This is the money that you can set aside that you have that you can spend throughout the rest of the year or most of the year, and use that to build on opportunities. You need to identify those opportunities, and you need to start deploying your plan in February, March. January is all about planning, all about assessing, all about getting your war chest together, knowing exactly how much money you can spend. You should be talking to your accountants. You should be looking over your books. Obviously, if you're a smaller brand and you're doing a lot of that stuff yourself, just like know what kind of money you can set it aside, and plan how you're going to spend that. And that should last you for the first 5 or 6 months of the year. And you should really try and make sure that you're budgeting that money for the long run to build community and ambassadors around your brand. Okay, so you're going to deploy your plan. Q2 is April, May, June. This is where you're going to be building relationships with other brands and creators, people who that you know that if they're in your corner, you're going to be better for it. Obviously, don't like if you have a direct competitor and they don't really benefit you or support your brand, then you don't have to really make friends with them. Don't be like a dick or anything, but just find the people who will help bring your brand up and who your brand brings up as well. Create a coalition of other brands and creators and ambassadors. You want to strengthen old relationships that you have. So any old creators that you've been talking to, strengthen those. Send them new product. Send them something nice. Take them out to dinner. Do all of those things to build those relationships up better. Then you're going to spend a lot of money and a lot of time on ads and ambassador acquisition. That's the main thing that you should be doing in April and May. You want to ramp up your ad account. You want to start spending money on your ads if you haven't already. And you want to really focus on ambassador acquisition. You want to build an army of people who are ready in Q4 to deploy your stuff for you. That's what you want. And then you're going to plan and develop new product releases and all that stuff that's going to happen on Black Friday. You already know how to cycle your own product releases and stuff like that. I don't need to go through that in this video. Q3 is ramping up ad spend and scale during the summer rush. You want to make sure that you're taking advantage of those summer months, right? By running ads. You have systems that you've built over the last couple of months. You want to push those. You want to make sure those are running well. And then you want to do some community building activities. A really big thing is that you want to make sure that you're building community in these months where everyone's buying, excited, it's summer, everyone's out, everyone's doing things, they want new product, they want new things, they're building community, making new friends, all that stuff. Do community building activities, do giveaways, build a Discord, build, all that stuff. Whatever it is, come out with a collectible product, something that builds community around your brand. Do those activities in Q3, July, August, September. You're building up, ramping up, utilizing your new relationships, utilizing your new ambassadors to do community building activities. You're ramping up just in time for October, November, December, which is Q4. You're going to want to also bulk up on your best sellers, make sure those are in stock. You want to treat your VIP buyers to build the rapport with them. So you want to give them extra things. You want to make them feel so special, super special, because a lot of Black Friday is going to be repeat buyers, most of it, really. If you're trying to do mostly net new customer acquisition in Q4, you're going to lose. You need to have repeat buyers coming back. So treat your VIP buyers, people who've bought before, like kings and queens, right? You want to make sure that they feel really good about buying from your brand. Then you're going to plan your Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign and build up the infrastructure, all of that stuff in August at the latest. You can start in July. You want to plan all of that stuff out. Start getting people, locked in for distribution. Your ambassadors need to be locked in. They need to be understanding of what the plan is. You need to plan everything out. What's your narrative? What's all that stuff, right? Let me know in the comments if you want me to build out like what a Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign should look like. I didn't want to get into that in this video because that doesn't help most people because they're not getting the basics right. But if you want me to actually show you like a Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign, I can do that too. Just put it in the comments. But from there, we're going to do Q4. It's October, November, December. You want to make sure that you're finishing the infrastructure for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday rollout. Like this is the discounts that need to be built, any software that needs to be made, any of that type of stuff, right? To do what you need your site to do and your ambassadors to do to roll out your Black Friday. That's what you're going to finish. It needs to be finished early October. So you know it works, it's tested, everything's good. Then you're going to make additional hires for fulfillment. Obviously, even if it's just your friends or whatever, you need to be able to fulfill quickly. You want to try and get your products from Black Friday to Cyber Monday out to your consumers before Christmas. That's huge. If you can promise that, that's even better. But just doing it is huge. Then you're going to launch Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Obviously, that's November into December sometimes. And then you're going to ramp up your ad spend. You want to ramp up the ad spend heavy. You can start that in October. Just like take all of the money you're making from your ad spend and just roll it right back in and scale. Then at the very end, I just put pay yourself a fat bonus, because after all this work is done, because it is a lot of work, after all this work is done, after you've made all your money, you have to pay yourself something good. I don't care where you're at, whatever you can set aside, that's a reasonable amount, say 10% or something like that. Put it into a bonus for yourself. Feel good about it. You worked your ass off all year for it. And that's your Black Friday. This is why your Black Friday didn't work. If any of this was like new information to you, that's why your Black Friday wasn't as big as you wanted. And if you thought you did good on Black Friday, you could have done 4, 5, 10 times more if you had actually thought about Black Friday in this way. And that's why I actually put this video out after Black Friday, is because everyone's getting videos about Black Friday. Everyone's hearing, the brand scalers talk about how you need to start your ads now, and it's 2 weeks before fucking Black Friday. You don't need to start your ads then. You need to start your ads in goddamn here. Ramp up your ad spend in July. You're starting your ad spend in February. This is all to ramp up to Black Friday. This is Target, the biggest retailer in the world, is literally unprofitable until the end of the year because of this, because of the way that the impact that Black Friday has on it. And that's just not just Target. Most retailers are like that. And direct to consumer brands like us, consumer goods brands, fashion brands, we are pretty much the same. I mean, you shouldn't be in the red, obviously. You need to pay your bills. But you're not making the crazy profit until you make that war chest in November and December. So that's your Black Friday. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to work with me one-on-one to build something like this out for you, you can click the link that's down below and I'll help you out with that. And then, that's pretty much it. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, do all of the stuff that helps out my small channel, and I'll see you in other videos.